This is the story of the biggest fight that Noel and Liam Gallagher had while they were both in Oasis. The relationship between the Gallagher brothers is probably the worst kept secret in rock and roll. Everyone in the entire world knows by the time that the band split in 2009, their relationship had completely soured. Ultimately, parting ways in 2009 was the right thing for the Gallagher brothers and Oasis as a whole, but these anecdotes and the beauty of hindsight makes us realise that this could have happened a whole lot earlier. But this simple sibling relationship, which had plenty of squabbles, was ultimately amplified by the fact that the two brothers were in the biggest band in the world, and there was a weight of expectation on their shoulders from the fans. So every single fight that they had felt like it was going to end the band completely. And there were many famous fights to choose from. For example, after a cancelled Barcelona show in 2000, Liam questioned the legitimacy of Noel's daughter, prompting a physical fight where Noel split Liam's lip and subsequently left the tour. Then there was the Whiskey A Go-Go tambourine incident in 1994. On their first US tour, Liam hit Noel with a tambourine, changed lyrics, and walked off stage, causing Noel to temporarily quit. And of course, who can forget the Paris breakdown of 2009, the final fight that occurred backstage at the Rock and Sign Festival in Paris, involving a brawl where Liam allegedly swung a guitar like an axe and then broke one of Noel's guitars, leading to the band's official breakup. However, the fight that both brothers agreed was the biggest that they ever had happened during their heyday in 1995 whilst recording What's the Story Morning Glory at Rockfield Studios in Wales. Whilst the band were cooped up in this countryside studio, they were spending every waking minute with each other and they were becoming increasingly irritated with their behaviour. But it was Noel who was most irritated with Liam as the leader and the creative force behind the band, whilst Liam was there enjoying his life as much as he possibly could as a rock star. Things then got messy after a few drinks and Noel brutally decided to use bassist Paul McGuigan's cricket set as a weapon against his annoying little brother. Noel recalled about the origins of the violent fallout, saying, "As I recall, Liam was going pretty fucking mad. Somebody left a fire extinguisher off in the farmhouse and I think maybe one of my guitars got damaged, so I blamed him. I ended up having a proper fight with Liam. It might have been the biggest fight we ever had. I remember smashing his head in with a cricket bat," he brutally added. And look, while both brothers are prone to exaggeration in their press comments, Liam's version of events actually aligned with Noel's. He said, "The whole studio got smashed to pieces. Everything just got blitzed to bits. It was probably me not giving a fuck and him trying to write fucking Bohemian Rhapsody and me going, bollocks, let's have it." After taking it a step too far, Noel then recalled leaving the crime scene after jumping out of the window and driving away with Alan White. The drummer had only been in the band for a couple weeks and the incident was a culture shock for him. Things then began to look like a scene from a horror film when Liam attacked their vehicle with a dustbin as they tried to drive off. Despite that incident, White actually survived 9 years in the band before departing in 2004. But really his longevity in the band could be put down to the fact that he was introduced to the wild world of the Gallagher brothers from the very outset when he was recording What's the Story Morning Glory at Rockfield Studios. Rather hilariously, the cricket bat that Noel wrapped around his brother's head was then put to auction in 2011. So somewhere in the world, one lucky and rather rich Oasis fan sits with a piece of memorabilia that is iconic in rock and roll history. If you want more of the best stories from the world of pop culture, don't forget to like and subscribe to Far Out magazine.